Yo, folks, it's your boy, the man, the myth, the man with the outrageously messy background. It's chaos in here right now. Part of the way moving um the rest of my miniature stuff out to the garage, so my daughter has a space to play, and I just have this to do my full-time job. So everything around here looks like chaos. It'll eventually be clean, maybe sometime. I don't know. Anyway, I have minis to show for the first time in this vlog about the miniature hobby. Crazy to think about. Let's get to it. All right. So first up is in Pal Knight Enforcers for my alliance for Necromunda. Thank you, weird camera focus. This one is the less done of the two. I really just started bashing this guy. He needs a lot of gap filling to get the rest of the way. And the legs are not quite finished, but yeah, using the Hurricane Jaeger shirts or bodies. Some standard like Palanite and Arbites bits. The head is, or the plume is from some Horse Heresy kit. Obviously needs a gap filled, and so is the disintegration gun. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. The head is off as I have currently misplaced it. Anyway, this one I'm way happier about. I got the fit underneath the Hurricane Jaeger body much better. The other one I'm just gonna have to resculpt what I was looking to do. In the back here, I'm gonna need a lot of resculpting too. I opted to not include the power plant stuff on the second body just for ease of use. I don't feel like it added a whole lot. Just made bashing it a lot harder. But I'm really happy with how these turned out. They'll get some paint here soon. Next up is for Necropolis. So for Necropolis 28 event, September 27th, Lansing, Michigan, Hoplite Games, I believe. Me and the boys, Michigan Carnage crew, we're gonna be hanging out, playing Necropolis. I got that board I'm working on, and I got my warband I'm working on. So this is the leader, my Revenant fighter guy. Super melee focused, 2 guys. Was going for a big Ornstein Smo type thing. So this is a Mouse Strain Gene Stealer body with some OCR Bone Reapers, biceps and shoulders. Other Tyrannid legs, I don't remember if these were from that same kit or not. Mouse Strain hand, OCR Bone Reaper, Necropolis Stalker, Blade. Obviously got some gap filling and finish up here. Need to find a head for this guy. Ideally want something solemn and like pretty straight faced. No idea where I'm gonna get that. Maybe a Stormcast kit. The thing is, this one's gonna be much easier because I can just find something human scale. Where the problem I'm running into is for the second guy. Here's the body so far. So it's a what is that kit? Neurolictor body and crown thingy around his head. This is the neck from the Kavalos Death Rider's actual steed, and the arms are legs from that steed that I cut the hooves and shins off of. Tyrannid Warriors gap fill right there. I forget where this like skull ribcage thing is from, some other OBR kit. The thing I'm having trouble now is like finding a head that will work for this. That doesn't look too monstrous. I want it to be relatively humanoid. Then I reposed these legs a little bit from the Kavalos Death Rider steed. They'll need proper feet, just like that other model will. I don't like the hooved look. for Tyranids or monsters, really. Unless it's a Minotaur. Keep those hooves out of my fucking mouth. The tail I'm pretty fine with. This sits a little funny when the body is on it. Can't do this like with one hand right now. But I might be swapping that out for like a Gothazar Harvester legs if I can find something affordable online. Those are the two big projects I've been working on, and I just finished this. This is an Ambot for one of my buddies at the Necromunda Club. My buddy Cameron seems to always find himself needing an Ambot, and then promptly last week whipped my ass in 2 games in under 2 hours. So I mean, got absolutely smushed, but we had a good time. I love hanging out with Cameron, love playing games with him. But he gave me something a while back, so I wanted to return the favor and get him an Ambot. I wanted to see what I could do about like what a 4-legged Ambot would look like. And I really like how this profile turned out. Like, he looks super chunky, super threatening. One of these arms is actually from the kit that Cameron gave me. It was Orc Knobs kit. That another buddy from the Necromunda Club, John, had done with one of his Ambots. Nope, I got that backwards. He turned an Ambot into an Orc Knob, and I thought that was sick. So, really happy with how this turned out. And I hope he likes it. I have a feeling he will, because it looks pretty fucking sick. And yeah, that's kind of like the projects I've been working on. I'm gonna work to finish up I'm working to finish up those enforcers in our current campaign. You have a strong alliance if you just have your models painted. So I've always painted my models in time for the campaign. So I need to finish getting that done as well. And then quick update if no one saw it. I just got some paint down on this Centurion leader. I don't know, my warlord for my Horse Heresy army. Iron Warriors, of course. Should never be any question. There's one cool chapter Space Marines, and it's the Iron Warriors. Everyone else is wrong. And everyone else is lame. Really happy with this bash, and I like the metallics that I'm using on it so far. I need a lot more paint on this thing for it to really take shape. That's kind of it of what I've been working on. As far as other stuff goes, I ended up taking apart a good chunk of that Necropolis board because I didn't like how it was gonna play. I liked a lot of the artistic merit for it, and I think it would look cool as a backdrop if I maybe cut it in half, but I didn't think it would play very nicely, so I went to Dollar Tree and got a bunch of good Halloween shit to use. I'm gonna do some bashing with that soon and get that posted. And I originally, before I decided to do the vlog thing, I was gonna do a blog thing, just chasing trends. You know how it is. I love to copy other people. I love to not do my own thing. I hate kit bashing, and I love to follow GW instructions. Anyway, I said that all trying to buy time for me to find this blog post that I had started writing, and then promptly did not find it. Here we go. So, I didn't want to go off the dome, and I wanted to just read what I had wrote because I thought it was pretty good. So here's that. So humans inherently do value one-off experiences. For example, travel. If you're set on going to a different state, country, continent, um, very rarely is the limiting factor going to be how long does it take to get there. You know, I don't hear people say, "Well, I want to go to Australia because I have $5,000 for a ticket, but I don't have 18 hours for the plane ride or whatever." So it's interesting to me that in art, um, viewers examine the destination. Uh, the painting or piece is a moment captured and examined, but rarely do people concern themselves with the history and the compounding knowledge that led up to this point that the artist finished their work. For me, the miniature hobby is entirely about the journey. Um, it's about the process. Creating something has become core to my identity. I spent a lot of years missing something incredibly crucial from my childhood. I lived a very angry and sad life due to a lot of trauma and untreated depression. But I met my wife and she encouraged me to go to therapy. And she loved me when I didn't love myself. And through her encouragement, I found a great therapist. I got much, much better. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I don't even know that I could say I had ever truly been happy before. But during my therapy sessions, one thing that my therapist touched on was something that I had missed, that I didn't even realize was gone, that just kind of fell by the wayside because I had been stuck in survival or fight or flight for decades. And that was play. Play is not just making your Space Marines kiss or painting them or building them or having them join a Space Marine orgy at Ram Ranch. It's play is a permission. Play is an allowance to make mistakes. Play is the ability to do something without any shame or guilt. Play is growth. Play is freedom. And I missed play for many years, and I didn't ever know how to recapture that. And when I found the miniature hobby a few years ago, I reclaimed that sense of play. And people ask me, how do I do a certain thing? People ask me, how do I paint well or better, or come up with ideas for kit bashes, or where to start with all this. And honestly, the answer is to just play. Play with your toys. Play with your art. Do things that make you happy, just because you want to be happy doing it. My good buddy Steve from the Necromunda group has a saying that has really exemplified how I view the hobby since talking with him about it. That's paint worse. Don't do better. Paint worse. Do a worse job. And you know what? And be happy with that worse job. Because it is a job that you did and you had fun while doing it. And that's really affecting. Because ultimately, you're not going to do worse. But you are going to be more accepting of a result that is not a golden demon paint job. That is not what you would consider a display piece. Because ultimately you're just playing with war dollies. And I think painting worse should be your goal for this year. For the rest of this year, try and paint worse. Because I think you'll have more fun painting worse than slaving over a paint job and trying to chase perfection. Because painting worse means that you have embraced play. And I think that's about all I got to say about that. Have a good night, folks. Or morning, or whatever time it is. Okay, love you, bye-bye.